Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose was a fierce nationalist, whose defiant patriotism made him one of the greatest freedom fighters in Indian history. He was also credited with setting up the Indian Army as a separate entity from the British Indian Army, which helped to propel the freedom struggle. Subhas Chandra Bose was born on the 23rd of January 1897, in Cuttack, Orissa division, Bengal province, to Prabhavati Bose and Janakinath Bose. In 1919, Bose headed to London to give the Indian Civil Services (ICS) examination and he was selected. Bose, however, resigned from civil services as he believed he could not side with the British. He was highly influenced by Vivekananda's teachings and considered him as his spiritual guru. His political mentor was Chittaranjan Das. In 1921, Bose took over the editorship of the newspaper, Forward, founded by Chittaranjan Das's Swaraj party. In 1923, Bose was elected the president of the All India Youth Congress and also the secretary of Bengal State Congress. During the mid-1930s, Bose traveled in Europe. He researched and wrote the first part of his book, The Indian Struggle, which covered the country's independence movement in the years 1920 to 1934. After his return, Bose took over as the elected president of Indian National Congress in 1938, Haripur, and stood for unqualified Swaraj and the use of force against the British, which then combated against Mahatma Gandhi and his views. Bose was re-elected in 1939, Tripura, but soon resigned from the presidency and formed the All India Forward Bloc, a faction within the Congress which aimed at consolidating the political left. Due to ideological differences with Gandhi, Bose left Congress and found a new party, the Forward Bloc. At the start of the Second World War, Bose protested against the government for not consulting Indians before dragging them into the war. He was arrested when he organized protests in Calcutta for the removal of the monument memorializing the Black Hole of Calcutta. He was released after a few days but was kept under surveillance. He then made his escape from the country in 1941 to Germany via Afghanistan.
Bose had set up an Indian Legion in Berlin in 1941, but developed difficulties with the Germans when they tried to use it against Russia, and decided to go to Southeast Asia. He reached Japanese-controlled Singapore from Germany in July 1943, issued from there his famous call, Delhi Chalo, and announced the formation of the Azad Hind government and the Indian National Army.
Indian National Army supported the Japanese army in its invasion of northeast India and also took control of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. However, they were forced to retreat by the British forces following the battles of Kohima and Imphal in 1944. He is said to have died in 1945 when his plane crashed in Taiwan. However, there are still many conspiracy theories regarding his death. The Indian government has decided to celebrate January 23 as Parakram Divas to commemorate the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose.